It's just us girls.
Okay.
Um, so today we're going to be talking about the Musaf Amidah, the first two pages.
Is that actually different than the Amidah for the regular part of the service? They're just
A little bit, yes. So
okay.
I did a little looking up, and Musaf Amidah means additional or supplementary. The Musaf Amidah corresponds with the additional sacrifice offered in the ancient temple on days that you read Musaf. It's supposed to parallel the Jewish prayer service in ancient times. I'm certainly happy that we don't sacrifice anymore.
Yeah.
Since an additional sacrifice was offered in the temple on Shabbat, Rosh Hashanah, and on the high holidays, we recite the Musaf prayer on those days. Like all versions of the Amidah, Musaf begins and ends with the same three blessings, but the middle section changes depending on the holiday. The most common Musaf is the one that we say on Shabbat. After the opening blessing of praise, the central section of the Musaf begins with the prayer to the return to the Holy Land and the restoration of the temple service. I don't really agree with that, but It then describes the additional sacrifice offered on Shabbat. 2-year-old unblemished lambs alongside flour mixed with oil. The final part is a prayer attesting to the joyous nature of Shabbat and asking God to find favor in our rest. On days when it is recited, Musaf is typically the last major component of the service, said immediately after the public reading of the Torah and before the concluding hymns. In many congregations, it's customary to recite the Musaf Amidah twice, once privately and then again once in public. What do your shuls do for the Amidah? Do you do silent and recitation or just silent?
Silence and repetition.
It's recitation, and then we do some silent, and then they finish it with recitation. I'm pretty sure that's.
So do they go back, Susan, and start it over again out loud?
No, they don't start it over. I think there's a repetition. Let's see.
So the repetition would be when Musaf starts, you would do it silently, and then after you're done, they go back to the beginning of Musaf and do it out loud.
Well, I think it appears again.
I don't think
later in the service.
That is pretty much toward the end of the service.
I know that they have somebody in charge of reciting Musaf, so I guess they just do it once.
We used to do it. It gets really long. And so our rabbi emeritus did not stop doing it, but on holidays, specifically like Sukkot and Shavuot, we will have somebody come up and do the extended Musaf, which can be long, especially we have a couple wonderful men who are cantors, and it becomes very flowery. So
I think you passed it.
I did, you're right. So go back one more. So I think it's become more customary to do a silent Amidah and not resuscitation, but on the major holidays they do it.
Okay. I'll try to pay attention to that tomorrow too. Last week, remember we were doing that, what were we doing? The Sim Shalom prayer?
Yeah.
We do not do that one.
Interesting.
I paid attention last week.
Everybody does it differently.
Yeah.
I know on
it out loud anyway. We do it silently.
I'm trying to remember if it's Yom Kippur or Rosh Hashanah. We switched from doing, I don't know, we took out one of the parts of the Amidah. Either we don't do it silently. I can't remember, but a lot of people got upset. They said they wanted the silent and the repetition, and they took out one. And now we have a new rabbi who's shortening things even more, which I'm okay with. I figure if you're going to be at services on Yom Kippur for an entire day, if he wants to do less prayers and more just time to be, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. What are you doing for in your shul this year? Are you have a large shul or a relatively?
We do like 630 families.
Oh my
gosh.
It's twice the size of ours, more than that. And we're splitting services. We're doing a session on first day of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we're doing an 8 to 11 and a noon to 3 service. They're going to be identical, but
They haven't, the plan currently is we'll be all together online or in person. Just today, the synagogue put out a mask mandate to be indoors.
Yeah, ours hasn't yet.
And well, my husband is the person who advises. And so the mask mandate is in place for being indoors.
Right.
And I think it's just they're gonna have to take it as it comes,
Right. That's our plan right now. Our county is the worst in the state right now with cases. It's not horrible, but it's not good.
Ours like doubled since last week. It's crazy.
Ours more than doubled, I think, in the last 3 weeks.
So, they can have a plan. The plan is that religious school is opening in person, but who knows what's going to be in a month?
Yeah.
Just got to roll with the punches.
That's true.
So the Musaf Amidah begins on page 185 of Lev Shalem. So girls, it's going to be the three of us. I'll chime in too and do some of the readings, so it's not so much on both of you. I'm sure you've heard this. I'm sure you've read this, but we're going to take a little more in-depth look at it. Would someone like to start off?
I'll start off.
Okay, Terry.
I know.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
That's a vav.
Below hey.
Yeah.
Avo te nu.
Yep.
Vimo tenu.
Yep.
Elohe avo vorech.
So let's take it apart. The first
Avo.
letter, and then there's no vowel under the
Right. Ray. Hey. Right.
Av Ra.
Abraham.
There you go.
Elohe Yitzhak. Elohe Yaakov.
Job.
Elohe Avo.
Just sin.
No. Elohe Set.
Look at the vowel.
Sarah.
There you go.
Elohe Yaakov.
Starts with a resh. Oh, you're up here, Yaakov. We're down one below it.
I went back to a line before. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. No, so we're
We're on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth line. Elohe Sarah. Elohe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elohe Rivka.
Yes.
Elohe Rahel.
Yep.
Elohe Leak.
Yeah.
Leak.
Do you want to pick up, Susan?
Sure. That was the part I kind of knew. This part.
But now we're going to challenge you.
Yeah. Okay. Ha'al.
So close.
Ha'el.
There you go.
Ha'el. Hadol.
There's a gimel before dol.
Go. I thought it said the gimel. Hagdol.
Hagadol.
Hagado. Oh, there's a vowel there. There
Yeah.
it is. Hagado. Ha. Hagvon. Hagvon.
That's a gimel.
Hagvo. Vote. Vote.
Put the vowel under the gimel.
Oh, there's a vowel there too. I can hardly see it. Let me see if I can see it on here better.
Let me make it a little bit
I'm
bigger.
reading it on my book and it's
All right.
there.
Here we are.
Well,
Ah, what happened? Hold on. Okay.
okay.
So here we are. Ha'el, Hagadol.
Hagi. Vod.
It's a bet.
Hagbo.
Hagi.
Hagi. Bone. Bod.
It's a resh at the end.
Hagi Bor.
There you go.
Hagi Bor. Vahanora.
Yes.
Vahanora. El Yon.
Mhm.
Gomel.
Yes.
That's not a Hesh, is it?
It's a chet.
Okay. Chesed.
Oh, it is
Hasadim.
chesed.
Hasadim.
Hasadim. Yep, there's
Hasadim.
chesed right there. Hasadim, same meaning.
Hasadim. I never know that letter either.
There's tet, vav, vet. You know those three.
Yeah. Sovim.
It's a tav.
Tovim.
See the tov right there?
Tovim.
You're right. You're right.
Right?
Mhm.
Yekona.
It's a vav.
V'choni.
So close. Look at the vowel under nun.
Nay.
Vekone. Yep.
V'chone. Habol.
Look again.
Oh.
Hakol. Yep. He doesn't have a backside.
Okay. Havol.
Hakol.
Hachol. Oh, hachol.
Ka with a dot in the middle. Hakol.
Hachol. And that's a vav
It is.
and a dam.
That's a zayin.
Zayin. Oh boy, that's small. Vazon. Vazoch. Chor. Vazochir.
So close. Vezocher.
Hair.
Yep. Vezocher.
Hair. Hasod. Hasiod. No.
That's a dalid.
Hasiod.
Has. Just it's has.
Has. D.
Check the vowel.
Day.
Haste.
Haste. Vote. A vote.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I don't know that second. I know it's an olive, but
Look at the dot under it.
I'm looking at the dot. It's Va'i.
Yes.
Va'im ma hot.
You got it.
Vum key.
Check out that third letter. Does it have a backside or not?
Yeah.
It has a backside. So therefore it's V. It's not a cough, it's a V.
V.
Vet, yep.
That, okay, vumve. Vum,
Try that word again.
vumve.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a
nay.
okay. Umeva. Umevi.
Here you go.
Umevi. So,
Check out that first letter. It's
oh,
a
Gimel.
G.
That's a Gimel. Okay. Goal. Goel.
One more time.
Goel.
There you go.
Get these vowels one of these days. Lacha. Li. Ka.
Careful, that second letter,
Leva.
leave.
Leave. Nay.
You got it.
Leave nay. There's no vowel there, right?
Correct.
Von Heim.
So it's just very similar to the word before. Leave, nay, and now we have the.
Ve. Nay. He. Heim.
There you go.
Lima. An.
Yes.
Shema. No. Shemo.
Yep.
Baharet. Baha. Ba'a. Ha-va.
Yeah, hava. Good job. It's not easy stuff, but
No.
let's see what we said in Hebrew. Well, Terry, do you want to read the English for us?
Sure. Baruch atah Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, great, mighty, awe-inspiring, transcendent God, who acts with kindness and love and creates all who remembers the loving deeds of our ancestors, who will lovingly bring a redeemer to their children's children for the sake of divine honor.
Thank you. And if you notice,
It's
it's
interesting. In the Siddur, the patriarchs and matriarchs is on the left on the Hebrew side, but the patriarchs, it's on the right in the English side. So that's why you got, and I always mix that up because I'll start on the Hebrew and then I'll go over to the English and I'm in the wrong column.
and it's because they wanted to accommodate congregations that are not egalitarian.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So if you don't believe in recognizing the women, then you read to the right, and if you are egalitarian, you read on the left. I just put what we were reading here, the egalitarian.
yeah, but we read the English with just patriarchs and because of the placement on.
Oh my goodness, you're right. I did put the wrong ones.
Yeah.
I will have to go back and fix that. So it should be God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of, but interesting, it doesn't say God of. Eloheinu, God, the Elohe Avotenu of our ancestors. The Emotenu is the female version of ancestors. So I guess it is Elohe Abraham, God of Abraham, Elohe Yitzhak. So Elohe is a name for God. So the God of all of our ancestors. Thank you, Susan. That was a good catch. I didn't see that. So, and then again, it'll say down here, Imachot, again, ancestors, male and female. Avot is for male ancestors, Imachot is female ancestors. Basically, we're praising God, because remember at Shabbat, we can't ask a God.
Right.
But we are asking, lovingly bring a redeemer to the children's children for the sake of the divine honor. How many of you are familiar with how this is sung? Hi, by the way.
But
hi, Ruth. Welcome.
Sorry, I'm late.
That's okay. We're doing the Amidah. So let's try singing it together. Follow along. I'll go slow. And this little symbol means
bow.
The bow. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohe Avotenu Ve'imotenu Elohe Abraham Elohe Yitzhak Ve'Elohe Yaakov Elohe Sarah Elohe Rivka Elohe Rachel Ve'Elohe Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ve'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ve'Konei Hakol Ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imachot Umevi Goel Livnei Venehem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava. So, praising God. So now we're on the second page. And I got it right in English this time, Susan. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So this is the last page of the Musaf Amidah that we do aloud.
Right.
Do you feel comfortable, Ruth, reading this part for us?
Did you want that in English or Hebrew?
Hebrew, preferably.
Okay.
Good try.
Melech Ozer Ufo Cade Umo Sea
It's a shin.
Shia
Good job.
Umma Gain Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Ufoke Sarah.
Good job. Do you want to read it in English for us?
Okay. You are the sovereign who helps and guards, saves and shields. Baruch atah Adonai, shield of Abraham and guardian of Sarah.
Thank you. Again, more praising God. All right. Would someone like to pick up on the second part? Are you worn out? I'll pick up.
Okay.
I'll read again.
Okay, Ruth.
Mikal Kel.
So close. The first chaf first one doesn't have a dot, so it's chaf.
Micha Chal Kel.
Yeah.
Chayom Be.
Hold on. So close.
I did that last time too. Chayim
Yeah.
Be Chesed. Me Chaye Me Team
Mhm.
Be Rachamim Rabim.
Nice.
So Mech
Mech.
kind of run them together.
Yes, exactly.
So Mech Noflim Vero Fe Hulim
So close. Check out where that dot is on top.
Cholim
There you go.
What was that little trick you taught us about the dot on top?
If you're catching a ball in baseball and you go up to the sky, you're like, I'll get it. But if it hits you in the stomach, you're like, ooh, that
Ooh.
hurt.
Okay, thanks. So, cholim. U, vu, ma, tir.
It's a vowel there, so it doesn't get the v. It's just the ooh.
U, me, tir.
You were right. Ah, ooh, ma, tir.
U, ma, tir. Asorim.
Try that one more time. The vowel next.
Surim.
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to be stealing time from anyone else. If they want to read, just jump in. Okay. K, yam.
So close.
It's not K.
It is, but it's an ah underneath.
Kayim. Kayim.
There you go.
Emunato. Li she ne. Far.
Good.
Mi kamocha.
So close. That first letter doesn't have the dot inside.
Mi kamocha.
Yeah.
Baal gevu wrote. Umi do me lach. Me lech me meet chai ye mas mi cha.
It's
Okay.
ach. It's weird. Umatz mi ach.
Mats mi. What do you do with that yud?
It's just part of me.
Oh,
But
me.
normally we would say cha here, but it's actually ach.
Okay. Me si mi ach.
Umatz miach.
Mats miach. That's a hard one.
That sure is.
Yeshua.
Good job. Would somebody read what Ruth just read in Hebrew in English?
I'll do it.
Okay.
You are ever mighty, Adonai. You give life to the dead. Great is your saving power. Which one do we read? Do we read?
We don't do those because those are
Okay.
for holidays.
You sustain the living through kindness and love, and with great mercy give life to the dead. You support the falling, heal the sick, loosen the chains of the bound, and keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, Almighty, and who can be compared to you?
So again, more praising of God. I would like to know, it says that this matches what they did in the temple sacrifices. And I'm guessing that, I've been told this, I don't know if it's true, that when we bow, we are mimicking what the priests did in the temple. But I would sure love to know how it lines up, but we won't know. So, I mean, there's a lot of words that you may have heard in here that sound familiar. Chayim. You know what that means?
Today? No.
L'chaim.
Behind.
Life.
Life.
Chesed.
Kindness.
Yeah. Looking for you other ones you may know. That was the main ones that when I heard that, I'm like, oh, life and kindness. Doesn't always transfer, but life to the dead. But when you can pick up words, it kind of gives you a little bit of, I'm talking about this. They're talking about that. So why don't we sing it if you'll join me? I'll go slowly. So we finished up here with Lemon Shemo Be'ava. And then here we start with Melech Ozer Ufoked Umoshiach Uma Baruch atah Adonai
Adonai,
Magen Avraham Ufokei Sarah.
What's that word before Sarah? Can you say it again?
Ufokade.
Ufokane, Sarah.
Fokade.
Okay.
Ufokade.
Ufokade. Okay.
Yes, the Dalit.
Dalit, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Sure. Mechal Kel Hayin Behesed Mechayei Meiti Berachamim Rabim Someh Noflim Verofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayeh Emunato Lishem Afar Mi Hamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umidom Melech Meimi Umechayeh U'Masiach Yeshua. Beautiful singing, ladies.
Yay.
Oh, there's a little bit more down here. I forgot about that. It was at the bottom of the page. Would someone like to try the last two lines? I promise there's words in there, you know.
You want to try it, Terry?
Tara, do you want to try it?
Well, I'll try. For Nat Eman,
Yes.
Amet,
Look one more time.
Hot,
That's a tav.
Atav,
Ata.
Atav, right. The high, the high, Hayot,
Nice.
May team.
Yes.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mahai, Yay, Ham, May team.
Nice. Susan, would you read those last two lines in English for us?
Sure. You are faithful in bringing life to the dead. Baruch atah Adonai, who gives life to the dead.
Not sure why we talk so much about bringing life to dead people on Shabbat, but maybe it doesn't really mean dead, but maybe those who are spiritually not awakened. I don't know. That seems interesting to me.
Yeah.
Orthodox really do mean arising from their grave.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Ah.
But I like your interpretation better, Debbie.
I'm just thinking, you know, do people come back from the dead? I guess there are people who, you know, go to the light and then they're pulled back. But in general, we don't really see people who are dead coming back to life.
Yeah, but
So
I think this refers to when
Yeah.
Mashiach comes,
Okay.
then the people will all rise up from their grave.
Understood.
That's why for a long time, Orthodox people wouldn't give their organs. They wouldn't donate but somehow the rabbis finally convinced him God will know wherever you are, all your parts.
Yes. Thank you for that interpretation.
Because I always thought it referred to eternal life, which is what we believe, that even after you're dead, your spirit lives.
Ah,
That's
Just
kind of what I thought it always meant when I read it. So.
I like that, Susan.
I mean, it's interesting how we all interpret so differently, you know, and it just talking about it gives next time tomorrow morning when I'm reading this in shul, that it'll give me a whole different way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I read the English very often, but now what I find about this class is when we talk about these things, when I read the prayer again and I get to a part that has that kind of meaning, I stop and think what I'm reading about.
Mm-hmm.
So let's sing this last part. Melech metim umatzmiach Yeshua. Oh, hold on. Bichamocha ba'gura umido melech melech memit umachaye umatzmiach Yeshua. Last two lines. Ve'ne'eman ata lechayo me Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye Hameti.
Susan, say that your interpretation again. It fell out of my head.
The idea that after we die, we still live on
Oh yeah, yeah.
in spirit,
Life eternal.
life eternal. Yeah, that's where that's how
Yeah.
I always associated it.
Yeah, it's
I was
good.
just saying, it's good that we can have all these kind of different that's one beauty of Judaism to me, as opposed to Christianity, where if it's written, that's what it is, and there's no debate
Right. No arguing.
in many of the Christian faiths. I mean,
That's
it's fine if that's what they want to say. What's in the book is what's there, and that's the only thing you can believe.
So I thought we were at the end of the Amidah. We are not. I'm trying to get this to show up a little better. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go.
Yeah, the next part is the Kedusha.
Right, I'll move it around and then I'll go back over to the English. This is the Na'aritzaha and I'm curious as to know what tunes you guys do for certain things, but is it big enough to see or should I make it bigger?
I think that I have the book too, but neither one.
Do you need it bigger? Are you using the screen or the paper?
I'm using both.
The paper is page, what is page 13 we're up to?
On
On yours,
I'm not
sheets?
sure. It starts with Na'aritzacha, and in English it starts with, hold on. When I make it big, then I can't see.
We revere and sanctify you.
Yes, that's exactly where we are.
Okay.
Do you need me to make the screen bigger? Or are you using your paper?
Using the paper.
Okay. So I'll take the first two lines. How's that?
Okay.
Na'aritzecha ve'nakdishecha kesod siach. There's that crazy ach again. Sar fe kodesh ha-makdishim. Shimcha ba-kodesh ka-katuv al yad nevi'echa ve'kara ze el ze ve'amar.
I heard yad, hand. It means hand.
Yep, hot yad.
I'll go next.
Kodesh, what is Kodesh related to?
Oh, is that holy?
Holy, yep, exactly. All right, you want to go, Terry?
Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh,
Careful,
Kodesh.
look at the vowel
Whoops.
under the kuf.
Ke,
You were right, ka.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Savaot, Savaot,
Yes, exactly.
Melech, Melech, no,
Mellow.
Melo, Kol,
So close. There's no
Ha-
dot. Hole.
Kol, Haaretz, Haaretz,
You're right, haaretz.
Haaretz. Kuvo, Kuvado, Kuvado,
Kevodo. Good job.
Kuvado.
Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh means
Holy, holy.
Holy, holy,
holy,
holy.
holy. Adonai, God.
God,
And then haaretz should be something about what is eretz?
Will be.
Land.
Land.
Eretz
Yeah.
Israel. I don't know if that's the same root. All right.
Oh,
Let's read that in English. I'm going to take it down to 200 so we can see the English. Would somebody read it for us? Just the first two sets here.
We revere and sanctify you on earth as your name is sanctified in heaven. As your prophet Isaiah described, each cry out to the other, holy, holy, holy is Adonai Tsevaot. The whole world is filled with his glory. And so we do that thing where you stand up on your toes up and down.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
so I was just curious. I always thought you were like imitating the angels or trying to reach up to the angels.
We are imitating the angels. That's what the rabbis say. We're imitating the angels. So, and actually they say that angels don't have 2 feet. They like have one, like their legs are combined into one. So I always challenge children when we get to this part, when you stand on 2 legs, to pick one up like a flamingo and try to do it.
Oh, yeah.
gee.
So it says not land, it's
The whole world.
the whole world.
But I
So
think
it
Eretz
seems-
is land, isn't it? Because it's Eretz Israel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But there's different uses for same words.
same word.
Yeah, well, we have that in English too. So.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Would someone like to read the next part?
Oh, well, I'll stab at it.
All right.
Kavodo, you got the little arrow there? Okay.
Yep.
Kavodo me ma le olam me shar te tave. Is the yud silent?
Look at the vowel under the tav.
Is that ta?
Meshar.
Is
Yep.
it ta? Tav?
Yep.
Okay. Shoalim. Ze le ze. Le la. Is that say that? Le
Get laze.
la ze. Ye me kom kevodo. Le u ma tam. Baruch yo meru. Baruch kavod Adonai mim komo.
Nice job. And I see here makom, like makom biyachad. Biyachad is together, so makom is a place.
A place.
So let's read that in English. Would someone read the second part for us in English, these couple lines.
I will. God's
Okay.
glory fills the universe. One angelic chorus asks, "Where is the place of God's glory?" Another responds, "Praised is Adonai's glory wherever God dwells."
So similar to the teaching of where can you find God? Any place. God's everywhere. You just need to look for God. And there is the word place. Okay. Would someone like to read this?
I'll try.
All right, Susan.
Mim como
Mm-hmm.
hon. No.
Getting sacked in the stomach.
Who
Good.
ifen.
Yes.
Is that a bait?
It sure is.
Okay. Brahamim. Vian? No. Vian?
You got the first part right. Veya.
Viaton?
It's a chet.
It's a viachon.
I
Yes.
think one of the things to help with the difference between a tav and a het is, you know,
Doesn't have
because the tav has a little thing on the bottom. Think about it like someone's got their foot out and you step on their toe.
Right. I thought I saw the little thing there, but it wasn't. It was just, okay.
Yeah.
Viachon. Ham. Hayim. No. Hami. Ha.
Just put that het and the mem together. It's cham.
Ham. Ye. Ha. Dim.
Ham yachadim. Good job.
Achadim. Shemo. Erech.
So close. Look at the last letter.
The last letter?
Sorry, yes, you had ere.
Erev.
What's that last letter?
Erev.
There you go.
Erev. Yechacho. Yecha.
Look at the first letter.
Ye.
That's a vet.
Oh, that's a vet. I don't
Sorry,
know.
it's a vav. Sorry.
Okay.
Vet's next to it.
Vacha.
Careful, that's a vet next to it. So it's vav and vet next to each other.
Oh. Vava hair.
Vavo care.
Oh, okay. Vavo care. Bachal. Yom. Bachal
Yes.
yom. Hami.
Careful, look, his toes sticking out to trip you.
There it is. Yeah. Tamid.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see what that vowel is. It's so small.
It's
Va. Ba.
it's a pay.
Pay. Oh,
I'm gonna make
okay.
it a little bit bigger.
Oh, that's better.
Okay,
Pa'amim.
close.
Mame.
There's a
No.
vowel under mem. Pa'ama.
Pa'amaim.
Pa'amayim.
Pa'amayim. Mayim. Okay. Pa'amayim. Hicha.
It's all ahs. Be'ah.
Ha. Aha.
Be'ahava.
Ba'ahava. Shema. Yisrael. No,
Oh,
I
it's
tried
not.
that. I tried to just do it without it.
I do that too.
Yeah,
I make the same mistake.
yeah. Yehima.
Okay, Shema, and then the Aleph says no sound, but the next one is a vowel.
Om.
Yep,
Reem.
Good. Last line of this
Okay.
part.
Shema Yisrael, got it. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
That time you got it. Good job, Susan. So let's see what we were saying. Would someone like to read from down to 1?
All right.
From where,
Go ahead, Terry.
from where God dwells, may God turn with compassion toward the people who twice each day, evening and morning, lovingly proclaim God's oneness, reciting the Shema. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one.
Nice job. I'm going to put it
Okay.
back.
I have a question. So sometimes you cover your eyes when you say the Shema, and sometimes you don't. It's a little confusing because when you look around, some people are and some people aren't.
In this particular case, it's referring to the Shema, so you do not have to cover your eyes. It's only because this is referring to reciting the Shema. You aren't actually in the prayer reciting the Shema. That's what I was told.
That's
I wish they had a little symbol like they do for bending your knees.
Yes.
Yeah.
when
I
you
always
cover
wondered
your
about that too, Ruth. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe on Shabbat you didn't have to, because I notice on Shabbat when we're standing, people aren't covering their eyes, yet on Zoom during the Mari, everybody does cover their eyes. So
Well,
that's a good explanation, Debbie. I think that's why.
and you'll notice that you do say the Shema if you're at services early enough in Shacharit. But that's when it has the paragraphs after it. This is just referring
Right.
to that prayer. So
Yeah, I'm not usually there early enough, as you can probably figure out.
Unlike you, Susan. Well, so what exactly are we doing? Why? I've heard different explanations for why we cover our eyes.
do
Another
you
good.
guys have explanations you know of?
Well, I said one once to some people, and maybe the rabbi, and they thought that was ridiculous. But like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, did y'all see that movie?
Yes.
Time ago.
And he says, "Don't open your eyes, don't open your eyes," because maybe you're closing your eyes, hoping that when you do open your eyes, the Messiah has come and there's peace on earth. I mean, I don't know.
That's your interpretation. I don't think anybody should say that's wrong. Why do we close our eyes at times?
To
Other than to go to sleep.
concentrate.
Exactly. So it's helping us to keep distractions away so we can concentrate on the prayer. That's why we close our eyes.
I know sometimes like the rabbis or the really holy people, they take their
Talis.
talit and they cover their whole head.
Yeah.
Like through the whole Amida or.
Yes, some people will do that during Musaf.
And then we had one guy who stood for the entire service. He wouldn't sit down.
Everybody has different practices. When I work with kids, I tell them they can shut their eyes, cover their eyes, or shin their eyes. We make a shin with our fingers for Shema and cover our eyes. Or you can do all three.
I like that.
So I'll pick up here, give you a break for a little while. Hu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu, Vehu Yashmienu, Berachamav Shenit Le'ene Kol Chai, Lechayot Lachem Le'lohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem. See what that means. Would someone like to start with the Holy One?
The Holy One is our God, our Creator, our Sovereign, our Redeemer. Yet again, God will in mercy proclaim to us before all that lives, I, Adonai, am your God.
Great. The Who is
He
our, I assume, our Creator, our Sovereign, our Redeemer.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I like to look at what goes on. All right, hold on.
Well, you hear that again during the thing at the end. What's it called? Oh, God, I'm so bad.
Oops.
And Eloheinu.
Yep, hold on, where'd it go? There we go. Would someone like to try these next two lines?
I will.
Okay.
Uh,
There you're back now. Something happened with your sound.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Uv di vere kadosh kadoshcha
So close. It's got kadosh as the root.
kadoshach
There's no vowels actually under dalet or shin. Kad,
kadshoch
she,
Ah,
kadshecha
kad shecha.
Katuv le more. Yeah. Im, is it Im?
Yim.
Im loch. Adonai. Leolam. Eloheinu. Z.
Look at that again. It looks like Elohim.
Elohechem.
Try again.
Elohayich.
There you go.
I've pulled a Susan.
Yeah, you did.
Zion le dor, vador. Hallelujah.
Nice. What does Lador Vador mean?
Generation.
Generation.
Yep, and here it is again. Would someone like to take a crack at it? You want to finish us off?
oh,
Ruth, did you want to finish it?
I think Terry wants to try.
All right, Terry, go for it.
Vador, Nagid, Bad,
That's a gimel.
Lecha. What? Is it saying? Oh, it's a gimel. Good heavens. God Lecha.
Yes.
Oh, not yeah.
Ul Netzach.
Or Nesak. Him
Mm-hmm.
could do Sha Teha. Nak douche.
So close. Look at the vowel under the Dalid.
Oh, Kaddish.
Nakdish.
Kaddish.
Good job.
So
That's a shin.
Shiv Taka
Veshiv chacha.
Veshihacha Elo Hey Nu
Mhm.
Eloheinu Ma P Ma Me Pa Pi
It's another.
Mipinu
Yes, good.
Lo Yamush
Mm-hmm.
Le Olam Vaed Ki El Malek Kudol
Yeah, Mel Gadol. Yep.
Gadol V'Kadosh Atah Atah Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Nice job. Let's see what that means. Susan, do you want to read the last part?
Okay, where do I start?
Starting as the psalmist, because I
Okay.
don't think,
As the psalmist sang, Adonai will reign forever, your God. O Zion, from generation to generation. Hallelujah. From generation to generation, we will declare your greatness and forever sanctify you with words of holiness. Your praise will never leave our lips, for you are God and sovereign, great and holy. Baruch atah Adonai, the holy God.
nice job, ladies.
Thank you,
Um,
Debbie, for all
next week, sure.
your patience with me.
Hey, we
Well,
all start.
I thank her for her patience with me.
I have to say, both Susan and Terry, your fluency really picked up today. I just really saw a change and you're just reading more smoothly, feeling more comfortable. Next week is a tricky one. It's Ashrei.
We
And
don't have class next week.
next week, correct. My baby's home just for 2 days. So I'm going to spend some time with her and then we're back. And then I'm still waiting. I'm going to email, I know Rabbi Margie, I don't know if she wasn't able to get on today, but she has contacted the people who do Machzor Lev Shalem to get the teachers an online version, which then I can make into slides for us of just some of the common prayers. So I'm going to ask her if she, what happened was she asked for it and they said, oh, well, we're going to do it differently. And she was waiting to hear back from them. So if I don't get it from her by early next week, then I'll just go get Machzor from my synagogue. And unfortunately, when you scan it, if you put it on a scanner, the paper's so thin that you see right through it, but I can take a picture with my camera and see how that goes. So
Very clever.
and I will send you those as soon as I have them ready. So